Today I have the 33 Auburn V12 Salon Speedster up on the hoist, and I'm going to pull the oil pan off of it just to clean it out and see what everything looks like inside of there. So I already removed these two lines for the oil level gauge, and now I got to take out these bolts, and then I should be able to drop it down. We'll see what happens. So you notice that it's a cast aluminum oil pan with cooling fins, very similar to the Model J Duesenberg. And according to Randy Ema, as told by Jay Leno, Fred Duesenberg actually designed this Auburn V12 engine, so that similarity does not surprise me. So I'm getting all the oil pan bolts out, and one thing that I do as a safety is I put a couple of long bolts in so that when I get all these bolts out, I'm assuming this thing probably won't just drop down. I'll probably have to knock it loose, and I don't want it to fall on the ground. So put those longer bolts in, and I can try and get this thing loose without a risk of dropping it. Okay, the pan is off of there. I can see that it has a windage tray and a hole in the windage tray that aligns with the oil pump pickup tube. Just drops down in through that hole. It'll be interesting to see if there's a screen or something on it once I get that windage tray off. But looking up into the crankcase here, it's pretty dirty in there, as can be expected with an old engine that hasn't ever been overhauled and cleaned up. But I've seen worse. Interesting bolt-on counterweights on the crankshaft. Main bearings 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got 2 pairs of cylinders between each main bearing. You can see the pistons up in there. Small bore. If I remember right, it's a 3 1/4 bore. Steel I-beam rods. They look kind of dry up in there. The rods are dry because it hasn't been run in a long time. Those piston pins, all that looks dry. I think before I start this thing, I'm going to squirt a bunch of oil up in there and try and get everything wet before I put the pan back on, so that I don't torch a piston pin or something during the initial startup. Well, over here on my work table, I'm kind of in the midst of making up some AN hoses for the fuel system on our land speed car. So, and then I got, working on an antenna for something and a linkage for something else. I'm just gonna push all this stuff out of the way and make some room so that I got a place to get that oil pan cleaned up. There's a master cylinder kit for the 67 Plymouth GTX that the pedals go into the floor. I always got too many projects all happening at the same time, so I never get anything completely cleaned up around here. So I got a nice clean piece of paper on top of the table now, just covering up what other crap is there. So it's like having a brand new clean workbench with just a piece of paper. So looking in here, it's dirty, but I don't see any piles of bearing material or anything else nasty going on, any signs of damage or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and get that windage tray out and see what's under there. Okay, I got the windage tray off. Looking down in there, I see there's cooling fins on the inside. It's actually not as dirty as I thought it would be in there, but still like this really pasty sludge. That I'm going to get all cleaned up. Oh, there I just scooped up a big pile of glop. And I'm going to get that all cleaned up and then put it back together.